Y'all, they're doing it. They're just jumping the shark. The far left progressives have declared war on the Democrats, the establishment. I've been telling you it's happening for the last 9 to 12 months behind the scenes. They just openly launched a full-on assault from Bernie Sanders to Democrat Rep. Ro Khanna. They are openly saying, quote, take the party over. Grab your popcorn. Y'all about to have one hell of a time as we capitalize on this division. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Of course, you guys can follow me on X at BradenLOA, but let's dive right in. I don't want to bury the lead on y'all. This is too important. All right. Here is the polling, according to a YouGov poll that came out yesterday around the whole government shutdown thing that has the far left progressives going apoplectic. Yep, apoplectic. That's the word I'm going with. +8 overall. Now, of course, the Democrats are a little cranky pants at -16, but the Republicans approve +45. So overall, you got a +8%. But that's not good enough for the far left progressives because they have a vision. They want to take over the Democrat Party, as I've been saying and talking with you guys about for the last 9 to 12 months. Let me hear you in the comments, the chats, if you remember these conversations. But it's gone mainline, and I've got 3 clips that I want to show you, and I've got, guys, seriously, so much stuff. We got another video coming, then I've got a live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you're here for all of it because you are watching history happen. All right, so this first one, this is Representative Ro Khanna, and I want to do this 1-minute clip because he says it out loud. He literally says, quote, this is the time to help take over the party and move it in a progressive and energetic direction. Don't listen to me. Watch this. This is a sitting Democratic rep from California. Listen to this.
I fear that there's a hope gap in the Democratic Party as far as voters go. And we see it in our comments. And I think it's such a destructive force because when people are hopeless, they don't vote, they don't engage. Yeah. And what we saw on that Tuesday was that people were hopeful for the first time because they saw that this fight was raging and Democrats were actually standing up for something so important, healthcare and people's lives and affordability. What do we say to people who are now hopeless again?
Well, don't forget these astounding victories we had with Zoran, with Abigail, with Mikey. But the answer is, this is your party. Take it over. The establishment and leadership has never been weaker. This is the time. Raise your hand. Run for office. Run for Congress. Run for the city council. Run for mayor. And if you don't want to run, support someone who does. And support.
All right, I'm going to stop him really quickly. The Democrat establishment has never been weaker. Take over the party. Raise your hand and jump in. Guys, I'm telling you, I've been telling you, it is clear as day what is happening. The progressives, the parasite that's been riding on the back of the Democrats, is trying to hijack the host. They are trying to take over the DNC. Their frustration is pouring over. They think they have enough energy to take it. The establishment Dems are going to do a little bit of resistance, but do I think and know 100% that they can block this? I honestly don't know. All right, let's keep on going. Watch this.
A call for new leadership, new faces for our party. There is no cabal at the DNC picking who our next senator is, our next congressman is, our next president is, our next DNC chair is. It's wide open. This is the time for you to help take it over the party and move our party in a progressive direction, in an energetic direction. You know, we needed this generational change probably 2 decades ago, but we're finally going to get it.
I fear that there's...
You hear that? Time to take the Democratic Party in a progressive and energetic direction. This should have happened 2 decades ago. Y'all, they are going for the DNC. The coup is starting. All right, maybe that's just one guy, Braden. I hear you guys saying it. You're always so pragmatic when you do it. But I'll be honest with you, it's not just him. Because look at the progressive wing in the Senate. That was the progressive wing in the House. Now, watch what happens last night in the progressive wing in the Senate. All right? This is Bernie Sanders. This is the bread salesman extraordinaire. Watch this.
Look, what you got right now, Chuck Schumer is part of the establishment. And I'm sorry to say that many people in the Democratic caucus are part of it. I would say we have 8 or 9 out of 47 people who I would consider to be progressives. So you can argue, and I can make the case that Chuck Schumer has done a lot of bad things. But I think getting rid of him, who's going to replace him? who is going to replace them. The issue right now is doing primaries, getting people involved in the political process who are going to create a government and an economy that works for everybody, who have the guts to take on the oligarchs. So I think we need to take on the Democratic establishment all over this country.
You guys believe me yet? Senator Bernie Sanders just said we don't have enough progressives to take out the entrenched Democrat establishment, so we need more people to run and take them out, to get rid of the oligarchs. Y'all, this is literally socialist takeover language and propaganda going after the DNC. The parasite is becoming the host. They need to get some penicillin ASAP because they're coming for their brains. All right, maybe you say, Braden, you are that's 2 clips. Maybe if you only had a third saying something similar, I would start to believe you. And I get it. You're, again, always pragmatic. Let me show you what this guy said again in the same interview, a second clip. We're going back to the House real quick. Guys, I'm telling you, this is popping off. The Democrats better do something about this because it's going to be a problem.
Democrats get close to having some sort of victory or being able to finally hold Donald Trump accountable, it looks like it ends up getting sabotaged. You know, is it some conspiracy that we can't allow a victory to happen?
Well, look, I think you've got a number of folks who just don't get it. They've been in the Senate for years and decades. They think they're the adults in the room, and they don't get the anger and hurt that people are feeling, the sense that they're actually going to lose their health care, that Donald Trump is riding roughshod over our Constitution. And so they think they're doing their part, and they're the pragmatic deal makers, and they're just out of touch. And the people who get it are the people who are some of the newer voices. Why do they get it? Because they're out there talking to people and campaigning and more in touch with democracy. So what we need, what this says is that we need a progressive ascendancy in the party. We need new voices, young voices. And look, I've got to be honest with you. There's some of these folks who fear the rise of progressives in the party, and they don't want that. But you know, that's why I spoke out. I mean, I knew that there are going to be billionaire donors who are not going to like me and blacklist me, and that there are going to be pundits who write me off, and that there's going to be some backlash. But I was just giving voice to what so many young Democrats and Democrats, frankly, of all ages feel.
Okay, enough of you. Guys, a ascendancy of progressivism? The establishment is threatened by progressivism? Yeah, I'd be threatened by them if I were the DNC because they're going to kill you. Not physically, figuratively. They're going to make the establishment Democrat brand non-existent. They're going to turn the Democrats into the DSA, or the Democratic Socialist Party of America. I mean, literally, you're seeing it happen. They're calling for it. They are saying all the right things. They are activating and motivating the base. I haven't even gotten to the Nazi in Maine who's running for Maine's senator. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, we are about to watch 12 months of progressive versus DNC, and it is going to be epic because the progressives are going to win a lot more races than they should in the primaries, and then they're going to go general, and they're going to get smoked. And this is going to be amazing. Make sure you have the popcorn and that subscription turned on, that notification bell on, and you leave chats, comments, and emojis because you know how it tickles the algorithm, and I thank each and every one of you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.